Alright, welcome back to RestoMod. Let's get started on the next segment of the build. It's power steering is still an issue with me. I gotta find a hose. I was trying something, but it just didn't work out, and I'm still gonna have to fiddle with it. Anyways, we're gonna tackle wiring, the wiring harness. Here's some of the steps I'm gonna do. There's a lot of sub steps that aren't listed. But these are just the major areas. And this definitely is going to be a 2 or 3 parter. But anyways, I'm going to identify the connections for each leg. I'm going to strip off all, we're going to strip it down. We're going to identify and remove wires and connectors that we don't need. Remove unwanted fuses from the fuse blocks when we remove those. That's just kind of implied, but I'm going to make a whole segment on that. We're going to test fit what we come up with to the engine, then I'll retape everything and then install. That's simple. Should take it like 3 or 4 hours. Anyways, here's the operating table and there's the patient. He is a mess. I've already cleaned up PCM. There's a fuse blocks, and I did start a long time ago identifying stuff, but I think I'm wrong on most of it. So we're going to go back through and check it. But right now I got to throw this up there. All right, this almost looks hopeless. Kind of feel defeated right now, but I don't know, we'll work through it. I'll work through it. You can watch me work through it. Over and over and over again. I went ahead, I know these are blue. I mean, I already screwed it up. This is green and this is blue, not because I marked them, because they're color coded. But I am probably going to take these off at a certain point, and I need to know which is which. So I marked it. And over here, you can barely see it. This is blue. And plus it says JP1 blue right there. So this is the blue side, and the other side's green, obviously, on that. But like I said, I started to identify stuff. I got to recheck it. Tell you the truth, I might have to go back and get another harness from the same type of vehicle, only because I remembered I had to cut all the wires going back to the rear, because the day I went to, or the 3 days I went to pull this vehicle, it was probably about 40 degrees, and 2 of the days it was raining. And on the 3rd day I just had enough of that. And I decided, well, I'm going to cut it. I didn't have no idea what this goes to, but we will find out when we start going through everything and identifying the pins. Like I said, I identified stuff, coolant temperature. Oh, cool. There's a coil, injectors. Oh, there you go. There's one injector set right there. But like I said, a lot to go through. Anyways, all right, that's it for now. I got to do some research, and I'll see you guys later. All right, I'm back, and I have somewhat of an idea what I'm going to do. First thing, let's talk about the fuse block. You got, this is an 03 Yukon. It's a L59 engine, 5.3, just to give you a reference. This fuse block, you have the C1, C2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 9. We're not going to mess with these down here or the C3 or C4, I'm pretty sure. All the videos I've seen and the stuff I've read, we're just dealing with the C2 and maybe a couple wires from C1. I'm not sure, but remember, I think I told you, I cut this at the junkyard, so that might have been a mistake, but we can correct that, hopefully. But for now, we're going to get rid of this fuse block because I've already unhooked the C2, And it's laid out that way. So let's get rid of all this. I remember I cut this and I thought I was really screwed, but hey, I don't think I need it. But let's go ahead and move that to the footlocker. Okay, everything's laid out pretty much. And like I said, I identified pretty much everything, but I'm missing a couple things. You're going down the main branch, swings off, and then you have the map sensor. I know where that is, but then this whole leg here, I couldn't find any information on. So I'm gonna have to identify that kind of like backwards planning. After I strip down and go through each pin and find everything I'm gonna remove, because at that point, none of the harness material is going to be on there. So what I could do is just backtrack the wires all the way up, find out what pin it goes to, and identify it that way. That'd probably be the easiest way for me to do it. Or if it's identified on this, I don't know. But so let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and remove this stuff off the connectors and go from there. For these connectors, you just have to squeeze. They say you just have to squeeze, but I tell you what, I can't squeeze. So I just take a screwdriver and kind of push it up. You got to be careful not to break everything because you got to reuse it, right? Clean it off and reuse it. Hey, real quick, here's all the loom that I took off. And then this is all the wiring I'm not going to use, so hopefully I didn't screw it up. But okay, the pin setup, we're going to start with the blue. And the way the pins are set up, you look on the back where the wires go in, and you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4 right across the top. Right there. I'm shaking again. Sorry. Earthquake. There it is. God, focus. Anyways. It goes all the way up to, you can see right there, 80. So if you're looking at pin 1, it's not colored in, so we're going to keep it. It's white and black, circuit 451, and it's a ground. Come over here, sure enough. It's white and black, and I'm just assuming it's 451. It's a ground. But he actually color coded everything, said, hey, what it is. But I'll show you how to pull out a pin as soon as I find one that I need removed. All right, on his setup here, we got pin number 7, and it says 5-volt reference oil pressure. I'm going to go ahead and remove that. He's got it marked down. I don't think I need it. So you know it's on this side, but you got to flip it over, find it, which is, all right, trying to be transparent. I'd already screwed up. I was working with the green and I was looking at the blue sheet. So what I pulled off, I put back. So it's fairly simple. Just be careful so you don't screw any wires up. So we were working with the blue and the blue sheet. Looking at the blue, wire number 7, 6 volts, oil pressure, and there's a wire there. Right there. Now 8, 9, and 10 aren't used, so you can look up the white part and see there's 3 spaces, so it's that single one right there. Like I said, all you need to do is push this back. There we go. A little tight there. All right. All right, I'm just going to follow it down until... I'm just going to follow it down until I come to the end. And then I'll move on to the next wire. That's what I plan on doing. So I'll let you know when I get down to the end on this one. All right, it's a day later. Yesterday we pulled out pin number 7 on the blue. And after watching LT1swap.com's videos, I decided to put it back. He actually had it in orange, and I'll call it orange. He might like brown or something, I don't know. But that's an optional wire. So I'm going to optionally put it back. So what I did is I strung it back through and put it back in the pin. Pin 7. So we're moving on. And what I did is I went through everything that I checked, and I have an asterisk by, and I rechecked to make sure, do I want to keep it or get rid of it? So I followed his video because I didn't know a lot of the things that each line item represented. And when he goes through it, all he's doing is going through the ones that are color-coded, that he color-coded. He made this chart, he color-coded it based on what he has in his experience, which is a ton of experience. So I went off of that, and the video he was working on was a 5.3 03 Yukon 5.3 L59 engine, and he was using the same 0307 truck connector C1 blue and the green C2. So that applies to all those vehicles. It's just that whether you use it or not, or keep it, depending on, again, your application, keep it. And if you don't know something, research it. See, like he had these two here is not being colored, but they're drive-by-wire only. I'm doing drive-by-cable, so I don't need those, so I'm going to pull those. So right now we're going to go to pin 13, 14, and 15, and we're going to pull all 3 of those. That one went to the 152 module. I'm going to just go ahead and cut it, and then I'm actually going to tag it to show what it is in case I need to put it back in or something. So all I did was just put blue, pin 13, C152, request torque signal. I can read my handwriting. All right, this is 14 and 15. 14 being the orange, 15 being the blue and the white. Orange, black, blue and white. 14 and 15 are the drive-by wire, and I'm doing drive-by cable. Just a reminder. There you have it. There's those two. I'm going to go ahead and snip them. Okay, I just bundled them together and made it, 14, 15, color code, where it's going to, and moving on. And from here on out, I think you get the gist of it. I'm going to continue on. Just a quick reference, yellow is removed. If you go strictly off his color code, orange is, I'll call it orange, is optional, keep optional. Yellow is removed, and blue is pull out, don't cut off from the connector, pull it out, follow it down, cut it out of whatever connection it is, pull it out, and then you're going to bundle it all together to make I think an OBD2 connector. But that's the way I'm going to follow it through all the way down. Now this performance mod switch, it says I don't have one, so I'm not even going to worry about it. So anyways, go on to lt1swap.com, and there's a ton of information. He has the website. He also has videos on it. Follow him. You can go to You Can Do It Too, and he has a methodical way of doing things, and it's awesome. So check them out both out. And there's tons of other videos, but there's just two examples. So right now it's just going to be fast forward watching me pulling out wires, which is going to be boring as hell. Okay, here's the example of one of his highlighted blue ones. Don't cut it from here, cut it from the other end, and then mark it. Tag it. Just go ahead and tag it like that. This is ignition 1 voltage, so very important. So the next one, we're do the same thing. All right, just got done with the blue side, except for one thing, number 42. I'm going to add a wire for the fan, because I'm going to have electric fans up front. So there's another slot on the green side for the other electric fan. Pretty sure. Yeah. But actually, that wasn't that bad. All the blue section, remember, do not unpin it. Follow it down and cut it. And label it, so you know what it is. Don't forget to label. Label, label, label. I went ahead and labeled these. Like I said, I'm kind of, I don't know why, but I'm iffy on these connectors, so I might be wrong about this. I got this smaller connector. It's a 153, C100, and 152. I might have them wrong. I don't know, but anyhow, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, when I didn't have to videotape everything, it's not that bad. But just remember, all the blue ones, don't remove the pins, just follow it down, then cut it. The yellow ones that you don't want, pull the pin, snake it through, make sure you don't scratch or fray the wires as you're pulling that pin through, because it can do that and damage the wire, and the next thing you know, you get a fire 6 months from now when you're trying to start your engine. Something shorting out and you'll never find it. So that's it for the blue side. Remember, blue's pull, save, yellow get rid of, tan is if you want it there, go ahead and keep it. If you don't have to have it. It's actually on anything, but that's what he did. All right, just got done with the green side, the green sheet, the green connector, and I did the same thing. I researched all the ones that are yellow tan, blue, whatever, whether I need to keep it or not. And I just marked an X if I'm for sure I'm going to get rid of it, and then just a line to pull it. Remember, number 33 is where you can add a second fan, which I have to do still. But pretty much I got rid of everything. These three I kept. I can get rid of them later. I'm going to have a second O2 sensor past the catalytic converter. But everything else came out pretty good. Pulled the blues. Here's all the poles on the blue or the green. These are the blue ones. Then here's the blue side, and these are the ones that I pulled for the blue section. Here's all the leftover wires that I cut off. I cut the pin. I didn't cut the pins. I pulled the pins out, and then I cut the wire. I went ahead and labeled it just in case I need it again. I could shove it in the connector and then rewire it. I'll make it easier. I'm going to use my 2 fan connections out of this too once I get settled in and comfortable with what I have. C152, I still have some wires on there. I got to figure out what they are. C100, same thing, some more wires. And the C153. And the tack control. I only cut off 2 wires on that one. But I want to find out what everything goes to and what it does. I still have some color wires left over here. I know watching You Can Do It Too and a couple other videos, they just cut everything except for the red wires, and I was like, so I don't know. And I have a couple wires, I don't know what it is. So I'm going to do the backtracking now. That's the next video. But for now, thanks for watching Alien RestoMod, and when we come back, we should have more information on what's what on this. But for now, that's it. I'll see you later.